favorite girl, Randy, giving you guys another graceful, beautiful video. So I know you probably wondering, oh, she's all jazzed up. So my good girl Aurelia's in town. We're going to go to Gloria's, right? A few little cocktails, maybe go out to the club. I don't know, because I got to make sure I get to church in the morning. But anywho, so I had to do this video because it's like lately here, it's been breakups and stuff. Like some of my good friends and stuff. And you know, the whole thing is they have dysfunctional relationships. Right? Okay, we pretty much all have them. I had my share. But anywho, I just wanted to kind of talk about it and really just talk about ways to, I guess you don't want to say like to fix it or to prevent it, but I want to talk about ways to solve a dysfunctional relationship. One of my good friends, you know, her and her dude, they decided they just needed to, you know, move out of each other's apartments and go separate ways. Because number one, they didn't have the same religious values, they didn't have the same values about marriage, they didn't have the same personality traits, you know. And what happened was they were together, but they were like far away, long distance. She came down, they moved right in, and they're like, and it's like they would have arguments, spats in public, in front of people, which is number one, something you don't want to do. Then you go back and tell all your friends the stories when those same friends are going to see your boo. Another thing you shouldn't do. And then number three, not talking about it effectively. Another thing, communication. So that's one example. The three things, which I said was communication, telling things to friends, and having your spats in public. My other good friend, theirs is dysfunctional because there are some things that if you know it's not okay, you can't allow it to keep going on and keep putting to the side, putting to the side, putting to the side, and acting like it's okay when it happens again, you blow up. To me, that's like another form of being dysfunctional because you're allowing this person to continuously do something that you are not okay with. And you keep, it's okay, I'm gonna work through it. You gotta have a limit point. Like, this is it. No mother more, right? And also because they'll have their arguments and then bring people right over. You know what? If things aren't good, shut it down, cancel it. We're not ready for this. You know, the pretending, it's not healthy. So those are really the two biggest things. And I just want to say to people, it's okay if, you know, sometimes relationships get dysfunctional because no relationship is perfect. Obviously, you're going to have things you don't like, things you do like, shit you're going to work through, and shit you just can't work through. You know what I mean? But you got to know what you're going to do, what you're not going to do. And the biggest thing of all to help a dysfunctional relationship is you got to talk about it, communicate, and you have to compromise, you know? I think a lot of reasons people, they're not willing to do that, which is why people just break up or shit keeps continuing to happen because you don't want to compromise. There's something that you really don't want to do. Say to that other person, well, for y'all to come a meeting, somebody has to be in. You know, females, girl, I ain't been, he gonna be, no. If you really want to make this shit work, you need a compromise. So just kind of overall, just to sum it up, if you're in that situation where things are dysfunctional meaning you guys are trying to go on but you really don't feel like it's there, or you're trying to pretend in front of your friends, or you're crying today, you're laughing tomorrow, the first thing, let's talk about it. Let's really sit down and have communication. And I don't mean to be like, don't come off confrontational, you know, like baby, let's sit here and have a powwow. You know, like, maturely speak about how you feel. Well, this is what I think is wrong, and this is what I think is wrong that I'm doing. Even put yourself as a target. Don't start a conversation, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. That's not mature, and that's not going to help bring about a better solution. So the first thing, talk about it. Another thing, if there's a heated moment between you and your significant other and people are around or people to come, either try to nip it and really be done with it, or put everything else on pause. You know, I know you probably want to be like, well, I don't want my friends this, I don't want my friends to know. You know what? Your friends are not in your relationship, you know? So sometimes you got to be like, hey, I know you guys are coming over, but let's postpone this. I got some stuff I need to take care of. Leave it at that. So like I was stating, another way to try to, you know, help with the dysfunctionality is when you guys are out in public, let's say you're at a club, you're at a bar, you're all dancing, and he says something that you know you ain't feeling, or she says something you're not feeling. Instead of popping off, you know what, which may sound kind of cliche, walk away. Just be like, you know what, I'm gonna deal with this right now. And go dance, go distracted. And even though people don't want to be around somebody who's all like, got an attitude and funkin' and stuff, in situations like that, you need to tone it down. You need to tone it down, okay? So that's the thing. And then one of the lastly things, you really can't go around, even if your girl talk and pillow talk or whatever with your boo or your friends, bashing your boo, you know, like, he do this, who did it, who do that, because, you know, again, you're putting too much into it. And then honestly, sometimes your friends don't want to hear the same old sob story about your dysfunctionality. That's between you and your significant other, and you guys need to sit down, work it out, and talk through it, just basically. And then the biggest thing, if it's just not working, you try to talk, you try to communicate, you try to settle it, and it's still not working. Sometimes you have to break that stuff off, you know? Sometimes you can't, we're going to fight through it. If there's no change and it's still a continuing pattern, what are you doing it for? You know, you just need to step away, whether that be just for a break or whether that be for permanently. So dysfunctionality, like I said, it's normal, but it gets to a point where you need to just cut it out. And I just wanted to just share that with you guys, and hopefully you can take from it and learn from it, and just do better in your relationships, okay? Smooches.